If you fear weight gain as a result of intuitive eating and letting go of food rules, I definitely encourage you to listen to this because this is something that we talked about in my group call last night, because this is one of the biggest fears that keeps a lot of people from embarking on intuitive eating, healing their relationship with food, and letting go of the diet noise. So, okay, this is not right. And while that fear is so valid because we have been taught that dieting is the only way to control our weight, we do have several studies to prove that dieting actually leads to weight regain and weight instability in comparison to those who eat intuitively and have a healthy relationship with food. And typically the people that I see who really struggle with this fear of weight gain are the ones who really struggle to trust their bodies, to regulate their hunger and fullness cues, because what often also happens as a result of chronic dieting and following so many strict food rules is that it increases your desire to eat. So it might feel like you start eating more food and you can't get enough, and therefore you associate that as this is going to lead to weight gain in the future. And this is why in the community that I've built in Nourish to Thrive, it provides you with that safe space and having so much accountability from me and from other women who truly understand what it's like to go through this process, so that those fears tend to lessen as you start to rebuild that trust. And I give you so many tools, so many resources to use outside of our calls to help you navigate your hunger and fullness cues and to support proper hunger and fullness signaling, because again, if we are so sporadic with eating, it's going to be really hard for us to trust that our bodies know how to regulate our food intake. And if this fear is holding you back from taking that next step to gaining support or healing your relationship with food, I think it's really important to ask yourself, how is this fear holding me back? And what is it going to hold me back from? Is it going to hold me back from being able to have spontaneous food dates with my friends and family? Does it take away my ability to be present at work, at school? How does this impact my relationship with exercise and how I feel on a daily basis? And just consider, if this is not something that I want to be doing when I am old and gray, I need to start working on healing my relationship with food now so that I can spend the rest of my life not having the food struggles that I do. And if you feel lost, if you feel confused, if you feel so conflicted with all the information out there about intuitive eating, I completely understand. And I will say that social media can be a very, very tricky place to navigate, which is why I do offer so much personalized support in Nourish to Thrive. And so if you would like to join us in the next month, I would love to have you, and I can send over some more information for you. Just DM me the word nourished and we can communicate more.